guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another reading vlog. Today we are reading through Iron Flame. Okay, so I already started it. I'm only about 56 pages in. As soon as I finished Fourth Wing, I needed to jump right in. It's a little bit of a cliffhanger, Fourth Wing, and wow, we really jumped right into it with Iron Flame. I really was intentional with reading Fourth Wing. I wanted to take it slow. I wanted to understand everything I was reading. I wanted to be fully like immersed in the world and like really feel it, because I know how much this series means to so many people and I wanted to connect with it in that way. You know, I didn't just want to speed on through it just to like know what's all going on. Like I wanted to fall in love with the characters. I wanted to get to know the characters. I wanted to feel the high stakes of the situation. I didn't just want to be like, oh, she could fall right off that parapet and I don't really care. I was holding my breath for most of Fourth Wing and I was so excited to see what was going on, where we were going with it. I'm really happy I did it that way because now I'm invested in this world and I want to see what all becomes of it. So jumping straight into Iron Flame, wow, we have a lot going on. I want to go get comfy and cozy on my couch though, and I really want coffee. I just came from actually reading for my son's third grade class and that was so much fun. He was so excited. He's been begging me to do it and I'm a very shy person. I'm like on some kind of like adrenaline rush and I did not let myself have any coffee because I knew I would give myself a panic attack if I had coffee. So now that we are home and I am cozy and I've cleaned everything up and I've gotten everything done that I need to get done, I need to get into Iron Flame. You know, we're gonna discuss what happened when we get to the couch because I need to be comfy and cozy while I read this. All right, so we are on the couch now and we're about to get back into reading Iron Flame. So excited. I've been waiting all morning to open this book back up. Where I'm at in the story is and this is like full of spoilers. Hope I've been making that clear. We established from the end of Fourth Wing that Venin are real. Everyone in charge knows about it, including her mother. Her mother carries a dagger that has, I'm blanking. Her mother carries a dagger that has the magic thing. Oh my god. The magic thing that kills Venin. It's the only thing that can kill them. You need the special magic to kill the Venin. Her mom has a dagger. Xaden obviously has a dagger. So she wakes up after the battle at Resin? She wakes up, she asks Xaden to be like honest with her and like tell her the truth. And we know from that last chapter, that's in Xaden's point of view in Fourth Wing, that he's like willing to do that. Not really. She finds her brother and her brother just basically tells her like, I could not stand behind our country letting innocent people die to protect this narrative that Venin are real just because they think they're strong enough to keep Venin out, but all of these people keep dying because Venin is like going to these towns and like stealing the magic. What did Tairn call it? It's like siphoning magic from the ground, basically. This is where I go in my head because it's like, what? But I'm doing okay so far. I'm doing okay. Our poor guy, Liam, is gone. Him and his dragon died and they have to go back to Basgiath. I have TikTok searched how to pronounce all these names. In my head, I've been saying Basgiath because of the I-A-T-H, Basgiath. She said it's pronounced Basgiath. Hopefully I could keep that like in my head, Basgiath. So they have to go back to Basgiath. She agrees to keep their secret because when she wakes up, the council is not happy that they basically like kept her alive. They wanted her dead. And they say that the brother has spent the last 6 years proving his loyalty to the revolution. They don't trust her because of her mother. Basically, Xaden takes responsibility for her. He like basically like threatens them, like, don't touch a hair on her head. And then they go back to Bisgayeth. And they literally have graduation as soon as they get back. The school thought they were all dead because they had been missing for 6 days. Dane's father, Ados, was pretty sure that they were dead. I mean, he literally sent them there to die. Luckily, Violet's mom is there, and Violet's mom, even though she's like soldier, it's very obvious she loves her daughter and doesn't want anything bad to happen to her. I hope that's the case. And so she seems pretty relieved and pretty pissed at Ados for giving them that assignment. And Ados basically calls out Xaden and is like, ain't no way y'all were fighting griffins. Ados kind of, without saying it, admits like, I know what happened over there. It is not possible that that was griffins. And Xaden basically gives him eyes like, okay, so what are you saying? What are you saying? Are you about to admit that venom are real? And it's obvious that he's not going to. And then they embarrass Dane in front of everyone, and I was clapping and cheering. I said, I hate Dane. I was kind of like neutral on Dane. Like, I wanted to like him because he was really nice to Violet. And then he betrayed her. And Xaden calls him out on it. Xaden literally looks at him and says, Athbine, I hope I'm saying that right. You know what you did to her. You know, you took her memories. You told your father about this. He basically says it without really saying it, like, Athbine. And now Dane is pissed, and I'm clapping and cheering. I love Dane being mad, but Xaden has to leave. And Violet has to keep this secret. And Xaden, on the way over, was teaching her how to use like a shield so that they can't get into her head and no one can read her mind. Wow. I'm only 50 pages in. 54, I think. So much has happened. This is why I love these books, because it's just like we open the book and we're in the middle of something. We're already in the middle of some high stakes scenarios, and that keeps me really engaged. Never a dull moment, you know, never a dull moment. I'm going to drink my coffee, get to reading, and we're gonna continue on. Hey y'all, it is the next day, and I got a lot of reading done all day yesterday. My kids had dance. We slept in late, so I got to like lay in bed and read a whole lot. I read probably like 100 more pages. And where I'm basically at now is Xaden and Violet are separate. He is now a lieutenant and she is now a 2nd year. They sent him like as far away as possible to the most difficult post as possible. Dane's father is gone and they have like this new professor. His name is Varish. He hates them. He like literally hates them. He's doing everything in his power to like hurt Violet. We see that Sigale and Tyrn are able to meet once a week because they're a mated pair, and so they get like special privileges, which gives us like special privileges to Xaden. They're still not agreeing to be together because she wants full transparency and he's like, you don't need full transparency from me. I need to keep secrets from you, which makes me wonder like what secrets is Xaden keeping? I have no, I like genuinely don't know, and I'm like very excited to see what that is. I still don't know. And so he gets to fly to her once a week, and then the next week she'll fly to him. But we're starting to see like administration, her mom, Varish, Ados, whoever the powers that be are trying to keep them apart. So even when she gets to fly to him, he'll be out doing something. He'll keep his dragon behind so that Tyrn can, you know, so Tyrn can visit with Sigale, but Xaden will be busy, so it keeps them separate. Or when there's one where Xaden comes to her and she's on her like land nav course, and which she fails because the maps were 2 different maps and it's like a whole big thing, but she failed it basically. And it's with all the other quadrants. So like the healers are there, the scribes are there, infantry's there. We see that she's trying to get information from her scribe friend. There's something about the scribe friend. I feel like she's hired by someone. I'm probably sounding crazy, but I feel like someone in administration might know that this girl is close with Violet and can like get information out of her, because she's like going against her own, she's going against the scribes in order to help Violet. She's like smuggling books out for Violet. Violet's letting her read the folklore. I don't know if this is like me being like very insecure, but I hate reading about male main characters who have other girlfriends. I'm like literally going through Lizzie Young and Hugh Biggs and Katie Wilmot. Like, I can barely make it through the end of that book because seeing Hugh with someone else like upsets me so much. Is that what I'm about to witness right here? Because if Kat, I really hope this is not like a love triangle type of thing. Like, I really don't want to focus on that. I would like to focus on the war. I'm getting very upset by this. And this is this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Good morning, y'all. It is quite a few days later. I don't know what has occurred in my house the last 2 weeks. It is literally gonna be 80 degrees today, and it feels like spring outside. And we have been doing so great this year with not being sick. And in the last 2 weeks, it's been like someone put a curse on my house. And if it looks like I haven't slept in like 4 days, it's because I literally haven't had a full night's sleep in about 4 days. I haven't even like really picked up Iron Flame. My youngest is gonna be 4 at the end of this month, and she for the last like 3 days has had what my son had last week. So that is what I've been dealing with the last 3 days, and I've been kind of reading Iron Flame like on and off, but this morning is the first morning that I have nowhere to go. I have nothing to do. I don't have to be at one of my kids' schools. This has just been like the first time in days that I can actually like sit and like immersive read. I have read like here and there. I think I've read like 200 pages of Iron Flame, and like I'm blanking right now on everything that has occurred. So I'm gonna like skim through it, see where I was a few days ago. We'll chat, and then I'm gonna make myself an omelet and we're gonna read. We're gonna take the morning to just sit in the quiet and read. I have my very beautiful, I don't know if y'all can see that, my very beautiful steaming hot cup of coffee. Oh my god, that first sip! Okay, I haven't had like a hot sip of coffee in days. Oh god, that felt so good. I'm gonna just like refresh myself on everything that has happened in this book, and then we can discuss and we can read on, because I'm lost, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so I just did a quick skim through of Iron Flame. I got way more into it than I think I realized. I'm about like 45% of the way through, and I know we just met Kat, and I can tell Kat is not going to be fun for me to read. I don't know if this is like, it definitely is a me problem. I don't like when there's a couple in a book and then a third party just like puts themselves in between the couple. It like really bothers me. I could think of a few reasons as to why this bothers me so much, but you know, I've read Kat and I said we're gonna put that book down. I saw She's Your Ex, isn't she? And he said, how did you know? Yeah, she is. That doesn't feel like it's my business. Everything else that's going on. Dane's dad is kicked out for trying to basically get all of the kids of the rebellion basically killed. He sends them to Athbine, and Violet's mom finds out about it. I think she like fires him. And now we have this new guy. And I already forgot his name, but the new guy who like runs the school really hates Xaden and Violet, and he's doing like everything in his power to keep them separate. So Xaden and Violet like have to like be around each other. I think once a week they get to like fly to the other one because their dragons are mated, and so they have like special privileges because of this. This guy makes sure that they basically like can never see each other. There was one time Xaden came to Violet and Violet had to take her like, oh, I feel it. Oh no, I'm next. Oh no, I feel it in my throat. Oh, I'm next to get sick, I could just tell. Violet had to go do that exam. Her whole squad ended up failing that exam, and they like couldn't get themselves out of that situation. Then the next time that she goes to see Xaden with Tern out on some mission or whatever. Where I'm at right now is they're in like battle briefing, and it came in that Mira and Xaden, where they work, was under attack by like Griffin riders, and there's like reports that one person was like critically injured and like one person died, I think. And so she literally leaves in the middle of class. She like hears what happened, she stands up, and her and Taryn are like, we're getting the out of here. They start heading to, I think it's called Samara. They start heading to Samara to make sure that Sigale and Xaden are okay. She gets there. She sees that he's fine. And he says if they didn't have a mender, he would have died. So that's not good. And then they get together again. Lightning strikes, you know. She's meeting the other Griffin riders with Xaden because he's doing a like drop off of like the weapons used to kill Venom. And we meet a girl named Kat. I could just tell this is gonna piss me off. You know when you just know? This girl's gonna make me mad. I can tell. That is where I'm at now. I know I'm like skimming over things very quickly. So many other things have actually happened. The big thing that happened, this is what I should get into. Her interrogation. So the way Markham has basically been trying to like train Violet in aiming her lightning bolts and like harnessing this power that she has. Markham has been like her mentor in that. So the new professor, the new guy who like runs the school, Varish, is Dane's mentor. He considers Dane like a very powerful weapon. He could, if he touches your face, he could read minds and he could see memories. And so when they're doing their interrogation, they have to like find their way out of the room, or they have to like give up the secrets. When they're in there, Varish like basically surprises them. Like he goes against like protocol and like shows up in their interrogation room, and he wants Dane to look into Violet's memories and see what she saw at the battle that was at the end of Iron Flame, at the end of Fourth Wing. Dane like refuses, thank God. I was literally having a heart attack, but Dane refuses to do it. It's so like, who knows what's going on, call the police, like crazy. Dane doesn't ever read her memories, but now Varish is like pissed. We're gonna see what's about to happen. Xaden and Violet are finally back together. That was my main takeaway, and now we deal with a girl named Kat. So here we go. Let's read on. She just told Rhiannon and everyone about Venom. She told them everything. She told them everything. Okay. Xaden can disappear. Okay. That's good to know. Oh my god, I hate Dane! If Dane does this to her, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, he's here! Yes! Oh, thank God! I would show you my face, but I'm crying right now. Oh my god. They took Violet for interrogation. Nolan betrayed her. Varish has been beating her, and Xaden just came to the rescue. I'm literally crying, and I have to get up. I have to get up. I have to go get my kids. I literally don't think I can. Oh my god. Her mom! Her mom! Oh my god. So today is June 28th, 2026, and the last time I was filming this vlog was back in, was it the end of March? I think it might have been the end of March. I got very, 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 very sick, and I actually ended up in the hospital for a good 3 or 4 days. Trying to get better. I needed IV antibiotics, and they did multiple scans. I got MRIs and CAT scans and a really long month's worth of explanation. They found I had a tumor in my face, and I'm now being treated for the way it's written in my chart is a bone cancer. And so I'm about to start weeks and weeks and weeks worth of radiation, and yeah, that's where I've been with this vlog. And when that was happening, I was in the middle of reading Iron Flame. Because Iron Flame is a fantasy book, and I talked about in my last vlog how I have a really hard time reading fantasy and like staying focused and paying attention, I decided to close up Iron Flame and read books that would just like take my mind elsewhere, so I wouldn't have to focus so hard on like the world building, because I really love Fourth Wing and I really wanted to keep connecting with the characters. I didn't just want to read it to read. I really loved the immersive experience that I was building with reading Fourth Wing, and I fell in love with all the characters, and so I just put Iron Flame down. But now that everything is figured out and I have my diagnosis and I have my treatment plan and I have a clear picture of what it's going to look like moving forward, I am ready to pick up Iron Flame, and I'm so happy that I vlogged it because I had already edited everything you've seen before this, so I was just able to watch my own vlog and remember what was going on in the book. And so I have only like 25% left of Iron Flame, and I'm very excited to finish it and to read it and to get back on a dragon and get back in this world. I am at the point right now where they have basically merged. Xaden took Violet away from Basgiath. I can't remember how to pronounce it. He took her away, and now they're in Arteria, something like that. And they're in the Ryerson house, and that girl Kat is there. All of the Griffin riders are there with them, and they are trying to basically train together. So they're kind of doing school, but in like Xaden's like mansion, in Xaden's castle, whatever the hell it is.
and Violet is learning how to control herself. That's like a big thing. Oh, I forgot his name. The man who's training her told her that she needs to basically start on a smaller scale because she wasn't doing that good controlling her lightning bolts and where she strikes, so now she's using a conduit. So I'm pretty much all caught up, and she just fought Cat because they're all just having trouble merging because they have been taught for hundreds of years that they have to hate each other and fight each other, but now they have to work together. And so they are now working together. They're having a hard time. The instructors are like, y'all gotta fight it out. Y'all got to fight it out. And that is what they're doing. And she almost just killed Kat, and I was clapping and cheering for it when I was reading it. And her and Xaden get busy on the throne. That's what's going on in Iron Flame right now. And I'm excited to see where we are going. I'm gonna set up the screen, get the vibe going in here, and yeah. I'm so happy to be reading this again. I have read so many books and I plan on doing videos on all of them, but with everything that's been going on, I kind of have been not great keeping up with YouTube. But now that I have a plan and I know how this is gonna go, I feel much better about vlogging and making more videos, so I'm so excited. Is his second signet the fact that he can read minds? Is that what it is? Because I just read this and I'm freaking out. Oh my god, I knew it. I guessed this in the first book when they killed the first year guy for being one of these. I guessed that he had it because he always seems to know what Violet's thinking even when she's not speaking out loud. I just woke up, but I have been reading in bed all morning. So much has happened. Violet got the wards up. They killed a bunch of the Weirvin, I forgot what they're called. And Xaden is a like mind reader, which I knew. I think I have it in the vlog in the last video where I said, can Xaden read minds? Can Xaden read minds? Can Xaden read minds? I need to know what she's thinking. What? And yes, he can. Oh, yes, he can. I have been reading all day, and I am at the 98% mark of Iron Flame. So we're trying to get the wards up, and they just realized her mistake on why the wards wouldn't go up in Arteria. I don't know how to pronounce these words, but her wards were like flawed. And Jacinia just figured out that it's because they mistranslated one of the words. It's supposed to be 7 instead of 6. And something is going on with Andarna right now, and I'm freaking out. We're in the middle of war. We're in the middle of war, and Andarna is revealing something to us, and I need to vlog while I read it because I'm like freaking out as to what could be going on with her. But all of the Venin that they're encountering are saying like, oh, the master wants Sorringale. They want Sorringale. She's like the most powerful one. Everyone wants Sorringale. But now Xaden thinks they're coming after him. So I'm confused. Are they coming after him or her or both of them? We know like they're the most powerful, so like it would make sense. She waited 650 years to hatch, waited till her 18th summer. I knew you had the mind of a scribe and the heart of a writer. You would be mine. You are as unique as I am. We want the same things. You couldn't have known I would be a writer, and yet here we are. 1,000 questions. You are not a black dragon or any of the 6 that we know of. You're a 7th breed. Oh my god. Okay. So this is okay, makes sense. I suck in a quick steady breath. I want you to tell me everything, but our friends are dying, so I need willing to breathe fire for the stone. It's why I was left behind, at least from, remember, it's been centuries. Okay, so she's a completely new breed. So they have like black, red, all these different kinds. She is something different. Huh. I'm hiding from my kids right now in the bathroom. It is summer, so my kids are all over me and they are making a complete disaster out of my house, and that's completely fine. But today we're having like a lazy day in, so I've been reading a lot and I'm like freaking out. I'm right at the end. Violet is seeing through Xaden's eyes, which is like crazy. She did this with Andarna and now she's doing it with Xaden. This is how I was at the end of Fourth Wing. Oh my god, so much is going on, so much is being revealed. It's so good, it's so good. Why are Xaden's eyes red? Why are Xaden's eyes red? Slowly he drags his gaze up my body and it feels like it takes years for him to just look at me. When he finally does, I gasp, my hand tightening on his in reflex. No. That single word is all I can think, feel, scream internally as I stare up at the man I'm hopelessly in love with. Me, he whispers, a faint, almost indistinguishable red ring emanating from his gold-flecked onyx irises. You should be scared of me? Is he turning Venin? Is he turning Venin? This is very bad. This is very, very, very bad. I just read Xaden's chapter and he has nightmares like Violet has nightmares. And he hears the same thing that Violet hears in her nightmares, that she's gonna turn for love. And Xaden literally did turn for love. Oh my god, I'm gonna go. So our guy is Venin, or he's turning Venin, and he goes to Jack for the cure and doesn't get one. I finished Iron Flame. Iron Flame finished me. That was devastating. That was devastating. I need to read Onyx Storm right now. You know, right now. I'm not gonna do that though, because this has taken up my entire day. It took me all day to finish Iron Flame. And I'm devastated. My girl Violet cannot win ever, it feels. She loves someone, something horrible will happen to them. She's my favorite character of the year. My favorite female character of the year. I really hope we fix this in Onyx Storm, but the way people talk about Onyx Storm, I don't think it has a happy ending. That can't be good for me. That battle sequence at the end had me so hyped, losing my mind. Wow, 5 stars for sure. 5 stars. That was everything I wanted. And why did I end up loving Kat? I ended up loving Kat. She was great by the end. She was horrible in the middle there, but at the end I clapped and cheered for Kat. I love girl power. I love when they came together and they were helping each other in that scene in the middle of the war. That was great. I loved how we found out she wasn't fighting for Xaden's love, but fighting for the throne. It's really not about Xaden, and it's about her and what she was promised. The mom died, which I am a-okay with. I was not sad that her mom died because her mom was borderline evil. So I'm good with that. Sawyer has half a leg. This has been a journey. I feel like a hot mess right now. Can we cure Venin? Xaden Ryerson is Venin. That's really not good.